Hello, Applied English. I would say happy virtual day, but I'm getting sick of virtual days and my voice is all funny today. So I'll try to keep this video quick. As per usual, please say a prayer. Maybe pause the video if you haven't done so today before we continue on. I'm going to try to keep this lesson video short just to give you a little overview of our quiz. All right, I hope that was a fine enough little pause for you to say a prayer. As it says, you're watching the quiz overview video right now. I do want to give you a couple of pointers on how to tackle today's quiz over lessons 1 through 5 with verbs that you'll see both inside of today's lesson folder. One thing I'll point out is I have no other assignments for you over the weekend. I will message you this weekend if I don't see your Acorn People essay submitted yet. Those are going to take me a while still to work through. And so I do want to let you know if I don't have yours in, so we can work next week to make sure I get that in, especially before spring break. So, Friday, March 10th is today. Quiz overview video you are watching now. I do want to give a little overview of what our quiz looks like. Click preview. Start attempt. So for question 1, you'll see that you have 8 sentences. We just have to match that sentence's verb with its correct label, action, or linking. All you have to do is click on the line and then choose A or B. Looks like I have to type A or B. So for instance, for Mike cooked the meal, cooked is an action verb. I'll select B for action. Those might be switched on you as well. I don't know if they randomize which one is linking and which one's action, so be careful on your own quiz. You have to do the same thing for each sentence for question 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5 all kind of work the same way. They will ask you to write the whole verb phrase in the sentence. Label each word in the phrase as a helping verb or a main verb. So for instance, for these, you may want to put like helping verbs on one line. So for athletes have been competing, I might do have, comma, been as helping verbs. And then I might do competing as a main verb. Once again, you'll want to do something similar for 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you get to question 6, this is or actually 6 and 7 are both tense matching questions. Question 6 is just principal parts. It's the same way that it was when it came to our last quiz. That was our last virtual day. It's on ACT day, the 7th. It's just a different verb this time. It is scan instead of dropped. Or drop, I should say. So you do have to match each of these forms of the verb to its correct principal part. Question 7 does the same thing with clean. I don't remember which verb I used on our last quiz there, but again, each sentence is in a different tense. You have to match it to its correct tense. So I like to do the easy ones first for matching. For instance, I see that they will clean tomorrow. I know that either has to be F, future, or D, future perfect. I don't see a have, so that is future. Each one will only get used once. And we do see some multiple choice questions from there. So for question 8, for instance, it's asking for a form of have. Which form of have completes the following sentence? Choose the correct one there. We haven't had rain for weeks. We hasn't had rain for weeks. We having had rain for weeks. We has had rain for weeks. Choose the correct one for that sentence. Question 9 does the same thing for do, and then 10 does the same thing for be. So we did have a lesson on those 3 verbs, have, do, and be. You have to choose the correct form in those sentences. Notice that in question 10 they're all capitalized. It's because they start a sentence. It's a question. 11, 12, and 13 all have to do with predicate nouns, predicate adjectives. So for this one, cow's milk is the base for most dairy products. They're asking which word is a predicate noun there. So this could be a good one to eliminate. So for instance, I can get rid of the word is. I know that is a verb, not a predicate noun, not a noun at all. From there, I have to decide whether milk, base, or dairy is the predicate noun in that sentence. Question 12 does the same thing for predicate adjectives. Question 13 is asking a different sort of question. It says, which of the following statements is not true about the following sentence? Cheese is a tasty snack. From there, they ask about individual words. So you'll have to select which of these is not accurate. One thing I forgot to mention is that I did change the quiz's due date to the end of Sunday. I realize that some of my students are out of power, so I want to give them some time to study up, prepare for prepare to take the quiz whenever they can this weekend. I just want to get it done by next week before we move into our next verbs lessons. I apologize for my voice once again. I'm going to try to be available off and on this all throughout the weekend. Just if you need to contact me about anything. Otherwise, we're going to use this weekend to catch up and to make sure we're ready for next week before spring break. Peace.